So for those who do not know me, I am Ben Bamforth. I own 2 gyms and I have been personal training now for over 15 years. So most successful year to date, it was about £86,000 in personal training alone. I know a thing or two, and I want to try my very best to share my knowledge with any personal trainers out there who want to learn, okay? So, number 1, presentation. Being presentable at all times. Let's take a lawyer, for example. If a lawyer came into a meeting in a scruffy t-shirt and a ripped pair of jeans, you're not really going to expect to pay a right lot of money for that service, are you? Exactly the same goes for personal training. Presentation is a big thing, okay? You must always look presentable, professional. Logo's very important. You must have your own brand, maybe even a colour scheme that is specific to you. I don't do much of this anymore because personal training is now a hobby at this stage in my career, but obviously back in the day, it was absolutely key. You have to look on point, okay? Also, clean shaven, well preened, smelling nice. Might seem ridiculous that, but if you really show pride in your appearance, people will take you seriously, okay? Also, the way you come across. If you're doing social media posts and you're being unprofessional, you're swearing, no one's going to take you seriously. Unless, of course, you are already 10 years into the industry and you've got a name for yourself. When you're starting out, you have to be very careful. Professional is the way, okay? And people will take you seriously. Right, getting clients. This is key, obviously. So, there's many things you can do to get clients. You can obviously promote your services on social media, but if you don't have a big social media following, you may struggle unless you actually promote the post. You can actually pay to promote your posts, obviously, which works an absolute treat. Especially when Facebook first came out, I used to get a lot of clients simply putting £20 on a free taster session post on Facebook, for example. Another way I would suggest is just free introductory sessions. So I actually got a plastic, basically card box. I left it at the reception at the first gym I ever worked at. It was literally a business card. The client would write the information, so their name, their number on the back of the card, then they would literally just slip it in, okay? I would then contact that person, I would then deliver a free session. The amount of free sessions I delivered back in the day until I was full was crazy. I'm talking hundreds of hours completely free, okay? But you must do this, I believe, to get going in the industry, okay? You must earn your stripes, so to speak. Client retention. This is obviously very important. You've worked very hard to actually get your clients, keeping your clients. For me, this was relatively easy because I enjoy people. I like speaking to people, I like building a relationship with a person, so it was very, very easy. If you're antisocial bugger, you definitely shouldn't be personal training, all right? Or you need to learn how to speak to people and actually build relationships with people better, okay? I was obviously the fat kid growing up, so when I actually got a personal trainer when I was like 16, then I ended up doing my personal training course, I knew how good a personal trainer made me feel, and I knew how good the whole process of losing weight and looking the part made me feel. So I really felt passionate about helping other people because I knew how much it had affected me, okay? So caring about your clients is so important. You must care. If a lady comes to you and they've never looked as good as their wedding day 5 years ago, and they are passionate about looking that good again, you must share the same passion. You must really want it for that person because you need to keep an eye on them. You need to constantly be messaging them, making sure you get them to the goalpost in a nutshell, okay? Professional, please, whatever you do, be sure it's professional. The amount of personal trainers who post absolute bollocks on their social media stories that make them look so unprofessional, it blows my mind. Take 30 seconds out of your day to actually put a professional post together, made with something like Canva, or book a videographer, pay, invest in your business, look more professional. People will then see you are more professional, more credible, and potentially pay to use you as a personal trainer. So if you've heard my podcast, me discussing what really winds me up about people being unprofessional in the gym, two things. Being late for a session, that is an absolute no-go. At the end of the day, you as a personal trainer, it's almost a treat to your client having a PT session. And if you are cheeky enough to turn up 3 minutes late, you better give that client that extra 3 minutes, okay? Another one, going to the toilet. Now, I understand if you're preparing for a competition and you're water loading and all that jazz, you might need the toilet mid-session, but as a general rule of thumb, you should not be leaving your client on the gym floor to go to the toilet. They're paying you probably like £1 a minute, really. Don't go to the toilet. It's bad practice, that is. Be sure that it is blatantly obvious you are a personal trainer in that gym. Let's say you are PTing out of a JD gym and you are not in uniform. It doesn't say personal trainer, doesn't have your logo on. How on earth will a member know you are a personal trainer? Being professional, fully loaded with all your kit at all times, even when you're training, is very, very important. Someone might twig you, look interested in that Bulgarian split squat you're doing and go, oh, you know what, I might get a personal trainer. You are always on show. You are a walking billboard.